Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 27 of the Aright podcast. Remember, it's not the best podcast, but it's not the worst podcast. It's just an Aright podcast. Thanks for tuning back in. Thanks for turning on the tap. For the new listeners that are coming in right now and saying, what the fuck is tap? Tap is the Aright podcast. Thanks for letting the tap flow, you know yourself. But anyway, yeah, this is episode 27. I was supposed to have a guest today, but and his name is Bobby. But Bobby actually got called up to do some acting work in a commercial. Yeah, so good luck with that, Bobby, as well. You know. So I thought, what will I talk about? What will I say? Everything that I'm talking about right now is probably improvised, you know. But I do have the first thing I want to say is that I went out probably 2 weeks ago and done my first ever, not first ever, but getting back into it, first ever stand-up comedy gig. Yeah, I done a stand-up comedy gig in Maynooth on the live session. And let me tell you something, the crowd fucking loved it. I was so nervous, I didn't know what to say, I don't know what I was going to do. I kind of had a little act in my head, and I went out and done it, and literally at one stage a girl was bent over the table laughing, and she almost fell off her chair from me telling jokes. It was bloody brilliant. And then I went out just Tuesday gone, just last Tuesday, and there was all an American crowd in. All the American students came over, and I done a set there, and I done my Michael Jackson joke, and I done my new joke that I'm working on called My First Kiss. And the Americans loved it. They liked it. A lot of laughter in the crowd. So I really, really appreciate that. It's weird, man. You know, before I went on stage, I was nervous. Like, I was ready to get sick in the corner. I remember just standing in the corner. I was heavily breathing. I wasn't ready to go on. Nicola came up as well. She came all the way up from Offaly to watch me perform at night, along with her friend Marie, and then Casey came along as well. And it was amazing, man. It turned out to be such a good night. And I now, because there was someone in the crowd from Navan, and he saw me perform, and he offered me a spot on the 14th of February on Valentine's Day to come up to Navan and do a comedy gig. And I couldn't believe it. I remember him texting me and I was like, holy shit, this is happening. Yeah, so I have another gig on the 14th of February this month up in Navan. And I really can't wait to go up and perform. I have a few new jokes that I want to perform up there. So please, I'm pretty sure probably someone from Navan isn't watching this right now, but if you are, come on up to P. Clark's pub in Navan. Doors open at 8 o'clock and the show starts at 8:30. And I met some interesting characters, man, you know. I met a few people on the night that made me feel welcome, that made me feel that everything will be okay, just go up and do what I do. And I actually have here right with me now an advertised poster. He made me my own poster, and I was like, this is fucking mental. Like, I know it's only small things, you know, it's just like someone asking you to go do a gig, but to me that's like getting asked to go to like some other country and perform, you know. And it was fucking deadly, man. It's so cool, and I'm so excited to do that. But the fella put up, his name is Stephen. He has a podcast called Good Boss, Bad Boss Podcast, and he put up this, hold on, I'll try to get it for you now. He put this up. This is what he said about me. This is what he said. He goes, our next performer, Anthony Roddy Jr., is well used to the mic as a podcaster and actor, but this will be only his third stand-up gig. He's a high-energy, fast-talking wordsmith. Like, because when I go up on stage, man, I do a lot of impressions, you know. I do impressions like Mike Tyson. I go up and go, my name is Mike Tyson. I'm going to box 7-11. We're heavyweight champion of the world. You know, I'm trying to do impressions, you know, of all them. I think the best joke for me now at the moment is the Michael Jackson joke. That's really good. It's basically just telling a story of Michael Jackson, of how he brought all his songs together. how we got all the songs together, and I just use all of the songs in the story, and it turns out to be really good. If you want to watch that, I have a YouTube channel called Tonto. If you go over to that, I'll leave a link in the description below. Please go over and subscribe to that. I'm on 1,060 subscribers now, so that's going really well. And hopefully this podcast will start lifting up. This is only the third episode in this new studio. And I'm starting to use this mic now because I don't have a laptop. I need to buy a laptop so I can actually have proper audio equipment. But for now, I'm literally using my phone plugged into this. But you know what? It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter at all because I'm improvising. That's what I'm doing, you know? That's what I'm doing. I had to literally run over to the shop before I started this podcast to get a bottle of Lucozade because I remember my first podcast in the studio like 2 weeks ago. The amount of times I was coughing, the amount of times I had dry throat, so I made sure I have a drink this time. 1 second. So just so my throat doesn't get all dry and whatnot, and I keep coughing. But yeah, man, that's the news, you know, for what's happening to me recently. I'm starting stand-up comedy, and it's going really well for me right now. I got a lot of laughs, and so, you know. I just want to say, Bobby couldn't turn up because his commercial, and I'm not angry at him, man. I'm really not. Bobby, if you're watching this right now, I'm not angry. I'm not even upset. I'm not even annoyed. I'm genuinely happy for you, that you're getting your gigs, and he said it's a paid gig as well. So that's really good because a lot of people do this acting stuff, especially around like Wicklow and Dublin, for free. I know. I done a short film called The Lotto Ticket, and a lot of you guys probably know, or the new viewers, you don't know. I make short films as well. And we made 2 short films. We made This Christmas and The Lotto Ticket, and I didn't pay anybody for that, because I have no money. I have no money to be paying people. I have money for food and providing food, and that's the best I can do with it, you know. But I just want to say good luck, Bobby. I hope it turned out really well, because by the time you probably watch this or see this, that it's literally, this podcast comes out on Wednesdays and I record on Mondays. So it's every Wednesday at 6 p.m. But yeah, I just want to say good luck, man, and I hope it turned out well for you. Next week on our podcast, we're going to have James Bourne back, a friend of mine that was on it was on the other channel when I was doing the podcast from day one. I think he was on episode 17 or 16, I'm not sure, but James will be on the podcast, and he was only on audio, so we're going to be doing it on video this right now. So I'm really excited for James to come, you know, because I met James last year, man, in April probably, and because he is the lead in my film, The Lotto Ticket, and I saw James act, and I was like, this guy, this man can act, you know, this guy is a good actor. And then I start getting to know him, and I was like, this man is all right. You know, man, he's sound. Me and Nicola start meeting up with him, then we met his girlfriend, and then literally they stay over at my house now. We're literally best friends. And I know James is probably watching this right now. Hello, James. Hello, Sarah. Hello. How are you? Hope you're enjoying the podcast so far. But yeah, anyway, like that. So I don't want to sit here and praise James too much, because he already praises himself, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna move on. So I asked you guys for some questions on Instagram. And the topics of these questions were, what makes you, well, no, sorry, we're gonna go to it now. The question was, what would be the one thing you would love to do in life? What, like, if you had one thing that you were allowed to go and pursue, and you had a dream, and you wanted to set up your own business, you wanted to travel for the rest of your life, you want to be a promoter, an influencer, you want to be a YouTuber, you want to be a stand-up comedian, you want to be an actor, anything. What would you like? What would you want to be? And a few people answered some few questions, you know. So Brian P. O'Malley said that travel for a documentary. That's 2 things. Travel. It's okay, Brian. Don't worry. So basically, that's a good answer. I genuinely think that's a good. I'm so sorry if I keep looking down here. I'm gonna put my phone up here, so to do this for you. But yeah, I think that's a really good answer. It is. I'd love to travel. I'd love to do a documentary, man. I don't know what about, but I'd love to do a documentary. Even just a one documentary, it would be good. But travel, yeah, I'd really like to do some traveling. But that's a really good answer, Brian. Well done. Rebecca Flynn said, a working actor. Rebecca, I know you probably about 6-7 years now. You know, I do believe, because of the amount of time and the amount of effort you're putting in to becoming an actor, that you will eventually get something from this. You will go places from this, because I haven't seen you do theatre acts, and we fly over to Rebecca in Edinburgh. Last year we flew over twice, and it was bloody amazing. And when we're over there, Rebecca has acted in a few things that I've made. You know, she acted in a music video. The first ever time we met Rebecca was she done a music video for us. Better Days, I think it's called. Yeah, Better Days. And then she acted in The Interview with me when we made The Interview, the short comedy film. And from seeing her acting that and acting the music video, I was like, right, this girl has something, she has potential, but I haven't seen her full potential. And we're going over to watch her in a play. I think it's this year or the start of next year. We're going over to watch her in a play. And I want to have Rebecca on this channel. Hopefully she can come on, even if she has to come on next week with James on a Monday. The 3 of us even do a podcast, be amazing. Please, Rebecca, if you're watching, please come on. She's over Saturday until the Thursday or so please, if you can, come on. We'll all go to cinema and stuff. But yeah, I think Rebecca, because the amount of work, she literally said, right, I want to be an actor. From the age of 3, she was acting. But she goes, right, I want to be an actor. What do I need to do? She went down and got her 2 degrees. So what else did she do? She got on a plane. She went over to Edinburgh. And she went over alone. And she's doing this. Like, that takes a lot of balls to do that. Like, imagine leaving your country to go over somewhere else and pursue your dream. Like, that, well done. Like, nothing but respect for, you know. XUXI_T. Go backpacking in Peru. Peru. Right. Backpacking. There's good things about backpacking and there's bad things about backpacking. I wouldn't be good in the wild, man. I wouldn't be really good in the wild, you know. If I went out there in the wild and I went into a forest, I'd be afraid of spiders, I'd be afraid of snakes, I'd be afraid of bears, I'd be afraid of tigers, I'd be afraid of everything, you know. But it's in Peru. So that changes it, you know. That changes the whole thing in general. But anyway, I think that's possible. I think you could go do that, you know, just save up a little bit of money and go do it. So go do it. Please do it. Dara, what did I say, Dara, Brian? Dara said DMT. No one knows what it is. It's DMT. Now, Dara's taking the piss. So we're not going to answer Dara's full question. I'm not going to say anything on it. But anyway, Dara, if you want to sell drugs on the corner of the street when you're 55, please do. We'll move on right now. Angela Shaji. I'm so sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right. I'm so sorry. Shaji. No. She said skydive. Now, man, listen, right? Listen. I'm terrified of planes. Okay, and if I haven't said it already, I'm going to say it again. If I've said it before, I'm still saying it again. I'm terrified of planes, all right? When I get on a plane, I'm shaking, okay? I'm fucking nervous, okay? If you ever watch the vlogs me and Nicola went to London, and I have 3 vlogs of that on the Tonto channel. Please go over and watch it. You can see me, and when I went over to Edinburgh as well, we vlogged it. Please watch it, because you will see me on the plane and I'm literally, my face is bloody, I'm pale as a ghost, I'm hooking onto Nicola and I'm bad. But you know what? The last time we were coming back from Edinburgh, which was last year, yeah, around Halloween in October, going into November, probably at the start of November, I was all right. I was good. But then towards the end of the flight, it started shaking a little bit, so I went back to stage 1 and I shit myself. But anyway, yeah. So, I'd love to skydive, man. I really would. I'd love to just get that feeling and that fear and just get up in a plane and say, fuck it, and just jump out. Jump out. Because when I'm on a plane, once it takes off and it's going fast and then it just lifts up in the air and you get that feeling of the plane just going and it's like a weight down where gravity takes hold of it, you know that there's nothing you can do. If this plane is going to go down, there's nothing you can do. So guess what? Fucking enjoy the ride, man. That's what you need to do. So that's what I'm doing. But the skydive, to get up into the plane and then open up a door and just fucking bunzai and run and jump and just fucking fall out of the plane, man. And just fall down to the earth knowing that, right, I'm going to either die because the parachute won't open, or I'm going to float like a butterfly. You know, I'm going to be like a bird through the air. I'm going to be like, I'm like a bird, I want to fly away. I'll be literally playlist in my ears. I'll be like, I believe I can fly. You know, I'd be crazy. And I think that's a really good answer. Really good. I think everybody in their life wants to do skydiving at one stage. And I know some people that have done skydiving and they said it's the best experience they've probably ever experienced in their lives. And that's amazing. Amazing. So I hope you do, Angela. I hope you do some skydiving. And then we have one more, but I'm not going to say it because it's, do you know when you put up a YouTube video or you put up a video and people put links in, they go, click on this link to get new sneakers for 100 left. Like, that's literally what it was. It's promoting a music video and I'm not promoting a music video right now. So what can we talk about, man? What can I say? I literally don't have anything prepared for this week, so everything I'm talking about is literally just off the bat. I think them questions come in handy because then they help me to talk about a lot of things. But after them questions and after all of this and what I could say, what else do I have to say? What do I have? You know, because I rent this room, man, for about an hour, you know. I rent this room for an hour a week, once a week. And I have to come up with material. You know, I have to come up, maybe if I see something online, write it down, kind of write on it so I can talk about it. But this week I can't. Now, you might hear me cough a lot now in this because I'm talking a lot, so I'm going to take another drink. Excuse me. I know what we could talk about. I was sick, man, on Friday. I got sick. Well, I didn't get sick. I just felt sick. And then I got sniffles. You know? I got sniffles. And then I'm going to relax back in this chair. I'm going to relax in this chair. Now, for you people listening on audio, you probably can't see me lying back in this chair. For the people on YouTube watching me right now, you can see me lying back in this chair. But, yeah, so basically, I was sick on Friday or Thursday, I think it was. And I started getting a head cold and my eyes started watering up. And I honestly, God honest truth, do you know the way men over-exaggerate when they're sick? And they think they have, like, more than they actually do? I literally, honestly thought I had the coronavirus. Not even joking. Not gonna lie. I thought I had the coronavirus. I was headache, cold. I wasn't shortness of breath. They said there's signs of shortness of breath, you know, sore stomachs and stuff, and you know, likes that. Really bad immune system and so go in. And I literally saw my whole life flash before my eyes because I thought I had the coronavirus. And I was sitting there with my dogs thinking, this is gonna be the last time I could probably sleep with my dogs because they're gonna find out where I live. And they're going to take me away and they're going to be in one of them fucking incubators and that's it. But no, I'm okay now.
I'm all right. I'm good. Um, I know Sarah and James were sick. Nicola was sick. I was sick. There's a few people going around with sickness, and I think that's scary, man. The coronavirus is scary. I don't know much about it. All I know is that it's deadly. But it's only affecting people with really weak immune systems as well. And people like old people, elderly people. That will affect them a lot more. It's the same as the cold. The worst thing to an old person is the winter. They have to stay in for most of them days in the winter. And over in Ireland, every day is like fucking winter. It is. Every day is like winter. It's always cold. You'll get the odd sunshine every now and again, but even when it's so sunny out, man, it's still freezing. Like if your nipples went hard and flicked them, they could fall off. Like literally, your nipples could be frozen and they could fall off. And that's how scary it is over here, man. But yeah, the coronavirus, man. I remember I was looking at it and I was like, it's all right. They'll find a cure. They still haven't found a cure. How long is the coronavirus? Actually, I'm gonna look up now how long the coronavirus is actually here since. When I heard about Ebola, now Ebola was around years ago, probably in the 80s, I think, or the 70s or 80s or 90s. When I heard about that again, I don't even know why I said again because it was the first time hearing it. When I heard about that, man, I bloody gicked myself because it was the first time I ever experienced that. So coronavirus, right? But you know what? China death toll in greater than in SA breaks. Do you know the coronavirus though? It started over in China, because someone bit a bat or something. I really don't know the facts. Please don't take that personally. I heard that someone bit a bat, and someone, because Chinese people, man, they eat the weirdest shit. They eat such weird stuff, and it's no wonder, they're getting diseases, man. Chinese people, China, Asian people, please, all Asians, stop eating weird shit. You don't see us, but come here, I can't be saying that, can I? I really can't be saying that because, that's their culture. That's what they've been doing for many, 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 many years, haven't they? Centuries, probably. So yeah. My bad, I didn't mean to say that, I'm so sorry. But in this term and for this reason, stop eating bats. Stop it. Yes, Ozzy Osbourne bit off a bat's head years and years and years ago. But please, stop biting off bats' heads. Stop eating bats. Stop eating yolk. Do you know what I saw as well, man? And it made me sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. But I don't know if it's real or not. But I'm going to say it anyway. So basically, China has a black market. I'm going to look it up now just to confirm it. Please don't kill me, China. Please don't come after me. Remember, it isn't the best podcast, it's the worst podcast, It's just an alright podcast, so please don't. It's just not true facts, But we're just going to look up on Google. This is actually a good idea, actually, to use this mic and do this. This is actually a good idea. Now, if my camera turns off at any point, sorry that we're just cutting back and forward to different subjects, but that's the way this podcast is. I just don't stick to one subject. I always go back to it. So if that camera turns off all of a sudden, I'm literally going to turn it back on. So if it's just a little jump cut or something like that, I'm sorry. It's just the camera can only do about 30 minutes and then it turns off. So I have to keep doing it again. It's probably coming up in a few minutes doing that, but we'll keep going until it does. Don't worry, I'll notice it. I'm coughing again. I'm so sorry for the audio listeners. My girlfriend, she drives up every Friday and she listens to the podcast, and she's gonna hear me cough 3 times now because I have a tickle in my throat. And I'm so sorry. So sorry, Nicola. Please don't hurt me. But yeah, so China thinks market I'm so sorry for the audio listeners. Yeah, I can't find it, but my friend Ross sent it to me. There's a black market in China where people are selling babies. They're eating babies. Now, they're not eating just live babies. They're fucking fetuses. And I swear to God, no word of a lie, it's fucking disgusting and I'm outraged over it. It's bloody rotten and it's not right. And we need to do something about it. Because when I saw that picture, man, there was a picture of it and it made me sick to my stomach. And this is when I was well. This is when I was healthy, when I wasn't sick. So it made me sick to my stomach, knowing that that's possibly real. That could be real. And it made me sad that people are like that. That cultures are like that. It's bloody messed up, man, you know? Yeah, so I just wanted to come across and say that also. I might look up stuff on Google and see what we can do, headlines and stories. Yeah, that's what I think that's a good thing to do actually as well. I want to get an electric scooter. Do you ever see people going around the electric scooters? It's bloody great, man. It's class. I want an electric scooter so bad. But they're like €300 and I'm on welfare, so it'll probably take me until this time next year to afford them. But I'll test it out, you know. We'll see what happens. Google. We're going to go onto Google right now. We're going to see what stories we can get from this. Come on, right, here we go. We're going to look through some stories. Modern Warfare Season 2 maps prediction. Come here, I'm not even going to talk about Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is a game, for people that don't know. And it was probably the best game that ever came out for war games. I remember playing it. And it was horrible. From Tallaght to Rathmines, the fight is on in one of Dublin's most unpredictable battlegrounds. Okay, we're not going to go to that. Fair City, I'm not a big fan of Fair City. I'm more of an EastEnders fan myself, you know. I like the old EastEnders, but we'll keep going. Woman orders tiny dog bed by mistake and her dog tries to make best of it. Her dog is a Labrador and she orders a small bed. What made you do that? Friends, Rachel's 10 most cringiest moments. No thanks. Laura performs mother on the Tommy Tiernan show. Let me talk about Tommy Tiernan show, man. I watched Tommy Tiernan show. Not as much as I want to, and I'm going to start watching it. I'll probably start watching it today in the evening, actually. Because I have Virgin Media and I have the Sky Cinema, so I can watch all the stuff on that and RTE player and so. But I like the Tommy Tiernan show, man. The Tommy Tiernan show is amazing. Gets on, if for people that don't know, Tommy Tiernan has a show on RTE. It's on, I think it's on every Monday night. I'm not sure. I don't know what night it's on. But Fred Cook is kind of a guest host. He's like a kind of co-host, and he's like, Tommy Tiernan, the next one or the next person to come out is blah blah blah. Tommy Tiernan doesn't know his guests. He doesn't know who's coming on, and some of them are famous, and some of them are not famous, and are just people, average people, with stories to tell. And I watched one where a guy from Cork, he was a drug addict. He was taking heroin, and he realised what he was doing, and he stopped. And now he has a family, and he has kids, you know. And you should see him. He doesn't look like a person that was taking drugs or doing heroin. He was doing that for 10 years, he said. And it does not look like he was doing it at all, man. For the audio listeners, I literally just took a sip of my drink. Yeah, he didn't look like that at all, man. It was great. It's so inspirational, man. And he said it was hard. He tried so many times, and he promised so many people, and he has a little character to him as well. He was funny. I'm not saying like all heroin addicts are not funny. I'm just saying. Like that. Hold on 1 second. Oh yeah. Right. So what happened to Moni Myrtle from Harry Potter? I'm currently watching Harry Potter with Nicola. We just finished the Half-Blood Prince. And we have 2 left, so please don't spoil on me. If you do, I'm going to block you and I'll never... Sorry about that. As I said, the camera might turn off, and it did. So, yeah. So I want to talk about Fortnite, man. I just looked it up there. Fortnite, I didn't like Fortnite. I didn't like the game, and it became one of the biggest games ever. And the reason I didn't like it is because I'm shy at it. I was shy at it. Now what I do, what I'm like at Fortnite, I'm unreal. I'm class. I'm fucking good at Fortnite. And we have a team going. Well, some people call it a team, some people call it a disaster team. It's me, James, Craig, and Ross. Ross decided to come in and play with us. Now, Ross's Xbox stopped working all of a sudden. He got it repaired, it's in for repair, so hopefully he gets his Xbox going. James, I'm giving James a shot at my Xbox, and I'm going to play on PC because that man needs to play more with me. And Craig's fucking good at Fortnite as well. Craig can play. Me and Craig are actually going to see. I know, come here, look what I'm about to do, people. Look what I'm about to say. Look what I'm about to do. I'm about to change the subject and then go back to Fortnite. But guess what? That's just the podcast. I didn't say it was the best podcast. I didn't say it was the worst podcast. Just said it's an alright podcast, okay? So listen. Me and Craig are going to see The Lighthouse today on Monday. It's a 5-hour in-view cinema every Monday. And me and Craig are going to see it. Really great. And I think me and Craig are probably going to do a thing once a month on the podcast that we review all of our films we go to see every Monday. Let me know if you'd like that or not. And if not, that's your own fault because we're doing it anyway. Yeah, anyway, back to Fortnite. Man, I used to be so bad at Fortnite, and now Fortnite is great. And I didn't like playing games. I used to stop playing games. I didn't like playing games. But now I'm starting to get back into them. I bought Mafia 3 recently. I already cleared it, but I bought it again, CX and Bray. Oh, there you go. There's something to talk about as well, actually. So, we're going to take a break from the news here on all this. I have a friend, and her name is Sarah. And Sarah does a lot, you know. Sarah comes up from Wicklow with James, and they spend their own money to come up here, you know. And I appreciate it a lot. And they stay over. They're actually coming over this weekend to stay, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. I haven't seen them in almost a month, and I'm very excited to see them. And Sarah's a makeup artist, and Sarah needed a model for her makeup thing. So I said, right, come on, do you know what? I'll be their model. I'll be a model. I'm not a good looking model. I'm an okay looking model, but I'm not going to be a model. But what I didn't know at the start was, and then I found out what it was, but I did know. Why am I even saying that? I'm so sorry. I had to be dressed up as a drag queen. Yeah, they had to put full drag queen makeup on me with a wig. Now, I didn't wear any clothing. I just wore the makeup. And I'm not even going to lie. I look good. I look better as a woman than I do as a man. And that's saying something, you know? After that then, there was these photography people going around the college, and they came in and took photos of all of us. And then, Sarah was the first done, but also Sarah is probably one of the best in there. She literally is. She's probably one of the best, if not the best. And I'm not just saying that because she's my friend, okay? I'm saying that because it's the truth and it's the facts. And if you don't like truth and facts, well, sister, that's your own problem, okay? But anyway, yeah, they liked me so much, and they liked the style so much. So I didn't want much attention as a drag queen, you know, yourself and that. So what they done is that they grabbed me from that room, brought me into another room, put me into a photo shoot room. A load of photography students then decided to say, hey, can we borrow you for like 10 minutes? And I goes, yeah, why not? I already look mental. So they brought me in, and I had to do some poses for them. This is no word of a lie. I shit you not. This is only this Friday gone. This Friday gone. I had to do that. And I'm not even gonna lie, I liked it. I thought it was fucking deadly. It was so good. Yeah, they literally, Sarah made me into a drag queen, which I wouldn't do regularly, but Sarah helps me out a lot. She helps with the films and stuff and all like that as well. So I'd repay the favour, you know. It's a friend in need, and I'm helping, you know. And they brought me into another room. They done a photo shoot. And they were like, okay, pose. And literally, this is the pose I had to do. He goes, pout. And I was like this. And people start laughing. And Sarah's in the back. And I'm looking at Sarah at the start and going, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. And she's there like, not my fault. No. Not my fault at all. But after a while, they had me there for a good 10, 15 minutes. And then I could see Sarah in the back just sitting there going, okay, now can I please have him back, please, Jesus Christ. And I'm there going, you know, I'm getting tired of all these poses, you know. Posing takes a lot out of you, man. It does. You have to put a lot of energy into posing. Fucking mental. But yeah, that's what I've done. But I just want to say she's very talented. She's very talented at makeup, and hopefully she gets me again to do more stuff for assignments. But this time I don't want to be a drag queen. I want to be someone else. You know, I am what I am. You know, I am what I am, and I'm my own special creation. You know, and that's what I am. We're gonna look back on some Google and see what happens. Dog the bounty hunter orders fiance to replace late wife's clothes with her own. Oh dear Lord. Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? I remember I used to watching the Dog Bounty Hunter. It was mad. South Park made an episode on Dog the Bounty Hunter. I was like, I am the dog, the big dog. And Eric Cartman was the bounty hunter. He was like, the bounty warrior. It was so funny. EU Barner warned UK over free trade negotiation. Yeah, see that thing with the Brexit. Thank God Brexit's over, man. Thank God it's done. Do you know what? I think it was a bad decision that they left the EU, but I'm not going to get... Like, I don't want to put politics on this bloody podcast, man, because I don't know much about politics anyway. But I don't want politics on this podcast. If people start talking about politics, I've literally no interest whatsoever for the likes of that. Mark Zuckerberg declares Facebook is going to stand up for free expression. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, what's this? Marvel theory. The Hulk's endgame snap created the modern Eternal. Oh my God, imagine. I'd love if I know that. I'd love it. Do you know what, man? I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast. And Joe Rogan said to Robbie Downey Jr. when he had him on recently, he said, man, why not come back as Iron Man? Like, no one else can play Iron Man as good as you. That's what he was saying. He goes, you're literally... There's some people in life that are only suited to this one character that no one else... Like Jim Carrey, for example. No one could play Ace Ventura better than Jim Carrey. No one. Well, there could be one other person, but he's dead now, and he's young. Robin Williams is probably the only man besides Jim Carrey that could play Ace Ventura just as well. But even at that, the way Jim Carrey done a man was fucking brilliant. But yeah, he was saying to Robbie Downey Jr. that you could create maybe that everybody goes back in time again. They make the time portal again. They go back and they try to save Tony Stark. But then everything else would be different, wouldn't they? But Robbie Downey Jr. said is like everybody plays a character and he's played it for so many years that it's time to let it go. It's like Ronan Atkinson. Hopefully I'm saying that name right. Ronan Atkinson or whatever, right? As Mr. Bean. He said he's played that character. That's all he could do with that character. He's not going to be Mr. Bean anymore. He's got to do other things. And you have to respect that, man. And you know, it's the same with Jim Carrey. Like, I don't think he'll do another Ace Ventura. But yeah, again, we don't know. But with Robbie Downey Jr., he said literally everybody has their moments, they have their times, they have their, their curtains, and then finally the curtain closes, and that's it. That's all you can do with that character. And Iron Man, he doesn't want to do Iron Man anymore. He's doing Dr. Dolittle. Dr. Dolittle's out now. And do you remember when Eddie Murphy done Dr. Dolittle? It was bloody great. It was good. I thought Eddie Murphy did a good job in Dr. Dolittle, but I haven't seen Robbie Downey Jr. yet. So I don't know if I want to go see it. Let's go to shoot. I'm not, I'm 24 years of age now, I'm 25 years of age this year. And I'm literally closer to 30 than I am to fucking 20. Well, not really, not now at the moment, but, but I don't want to go see it. I don't think it's interesting me. I have a niece, right now, my first ever niece. My brother's girlfriend gave birth to a girl, back in November. And I can't wait, man, for her to be probably about 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. So we can bring her out places and we can bring her to the cinema and she'll sit there and her feet won't be able to touch the ground. She'll be kicking and she'll be like, oh, look what it is on the screen. And we bring her to the cinema. I can't wait for her, man. I really can't. Every time I think about her, I just get so excited. I really can't. Bring her to the beach, I can't wait for that, but it's good. I'm the oldest man of all of us. I'm 24. My older brother's 22. His birthday is this month. And then I have another brother that's 19. Then I have a sister that's 17. She'll be 18 this year. And then I have a brother, Carl. Everybody knows Carl. If you don't know Carl, you're a loser. Carl's cool. My brother Carl started an acting class and everybody was picked. And he got picked to be in the course. You had to go through like auditions or something like that as well. And it's a 10-week course. And he got picked for it. And Carl's good at acting. I think he'd be really good and he'd pursue a career in acting. But it's very hard to get into the acting industry, man. I wouldn't know anything about it. Or how to get in or how difficult it is. But I'd imagine it's pretty hard the way people would say. I listen to a lot of podcasts. People say, actors say, even stand-up comedians, man. Like they do it like 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. And they're still not as far as their friends would be, So yeah, guys, that's kind of it for this week's podcast, I don't really know how much to say. Next week's I'll have James on, and if Rebecca's here, that's great. We have 2 guests. I'm really trying to get a laptop and try to get better audio, better sound. I don't know if I'm going to do the camera like this, just me and guests and all in the one shot, or we'll go back and forward, but it takes too much work, man, to go back and forward in podcasts. And let me know if you want a live podcast, if you want me to go live on YouTube with it, because I'll gladly do it, or Facebook or something, I'd gladly do it. But guys, I'm going to end this podcast now because I think it's long enough. I think probably 40 minutes into or so, so I think it's a long enough podcast. So guys, remember, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and just look up on YouTube, The Alright Podcast. If you're already on this channel and watching this, just press the subscribe button, please. It really helps a lot. This is our 3rd video. We have 12 subscribers, man, and we probably have about 100 views altogether so far. And I'm liking where this is going. I'm liking so far. I'm starting to feel comfortable while doing this. I will get more equipment. I'll get better stuff. I'll probably get a background that I'll bring in every week as well. I want to say thanks to someone I know that got me this place, I really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, please, this podcast will be out next Wednesday again. This podcast is out today, but the next podcast will be out Wednesday, episode 28, I believe, will be next week. I think this is 27 now. Guys, so remember, it's not the best podcast. It's not the worst podcast. It's just an alright podcast. Thanks for turning on the tap. You can turn off the tap now. The water's been flowing long enough. Guys, thanks for watching. And until next week, chat to you later.